last year. So my name is Marc Ungeschikts. I work for Vates as a project manager officer. So for the past year, I've been contributing to the Xen project with the goal of improving project visibility. So in the next half hour, I will review the initiative regarding the Xen project tracking. And I will start by explaining the reason for this initiative, the choice we made, its implementation, and I will continue with a retrospective, a review of what we could improve of the status of where we are. Okay. So Xen project tracking. So why is mailing list not sufficient for tracking Xen project? So indeed, the Xen project traditionally relies on mailing list for contribution and community discussion. So indeed, it's very mature and quite efficient. But this system can be challenging for those external to the community or less familiar with the process. As we are talking about a huge project in terms of discussion and commit contributor, there is 22,000 messages per year, and yes, more than, I don't know, 1,000 of commit a year.
Marc?
So yes.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I think you're sharing. What we see is your
my notes.
Not really. Just the LibreOffice Impress window, and it's still on.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it's a full screen one, and we're on the first slide.
It's okay or not?
I don't know. Is that the? Are you supposed to be on the first slide?
No. I'm on
okay, so there's likely still an issue.
Okay. The Xen project developer and Xen summit. Do you see that?
That's the first slide. Yeah.
Okay. So
go ahead and try to move it to see if we. Yeah, it's working. That's fine. I'll mute myself. Sorry for the disturbance.
Thank you. So that was my presentation, and I was there to explain why we put in place, we started this initiative, and was saying that yes, the difficulty for external stakeholder because of the amount of message and commits to have visibility on where we are on the Xen project. So I asked to a friend. He is not very clever, as you will see, but at least he managed to read a lot of mail and commits. But even him do not manage to answer correctly to the question. So what is the status? Can you can you summarize the Xen project activity? So this was his answer for looking on the mailing list, but it looks only on the title. It do not manage to look inside the mail. So it's not very relevant. Some projects are missing. We cannot really trust on it. And the other, I also asked about the commit. It's a little bit better, but yeah, it's difficult to trust today. Maybe we'll have some idea and some evolution. So what was the target of this initiative? First was to facilitate and improve engagement between external stakeholders and Xen community. And to provide a simple project overview, use case, code area, goals, workload, difficulty, and status. And in order to enable the community to make well-informed decisions and prevent effort dissipation. We started that, and quickly we see that we could assist the release manager in tracking release progress and identify potential bottleneck. And one of the to achieve this target, we didn't want to impact too much the developer and maintainer. So that was the target. A quick point about because we had two choices between two tools as Jira and Gitlab. Ultimate was free for the Zen project. We choose Gitlab for many reasons. It's easier to use. Both have all the features that we need. There was already a Zen repository available on GitLab, and also GitLab is primarily an open source solution. So that's what makes this choice. Okay, so now concretely, how does it work? So yeah, it's quite simple if you already know GitLab. You may not know the group capability and the epics because it's not a free feature, but for Zen project is free. So first, yes, you create an epic. You have to go in the Zen project group and not in the Zen project. It's very, very different. There is no epic in the Zen project, but in Zen project group, which is the parent of the Zen project, you can define some epics. So it's quite easy. You create an epic with a description. Secondly, you identify the stakeholder. That's very important in order to have somebody to contact if you want some use these epics. Then you have the ability to create it. I will show just after. You have the ability to categorize with label. We use also label to define the status, and we have also label to give an estimation. It's just estimation to see if it's complicated. No, it's not really important if it's true or not. Well, most of the time, estimations are not true, but at least at the beginning, it helps. So these are the epics to help to categorize. So you can define the use case, the classification, the architecture, and the code area. You have also for the estimation, you have the difficulty, the effort. It's a rough effort estimation, and the priority, even if well, an open source, it's a priority is a point of view, but it can help or not. It's up to you to put it on. And then when it's defined, you need to follow up the epics. And then we have defined two dashboards, one for triage and one for following the status when the epic has started to starting the development starting. And the difference is the status. You can see in the triage board, you have discussion ready to dev when discussion is finished and not a priority. Where in the status dashboard to review, in progress, from ready to dev to completed. Okay, so that's how it works for then project tracking. So it's high level, it's epic, so it's things that takes at least I would say 1 month, but usually 3 months because that's big topics. But with the release manager, Henri Wong, we took advantage of this opportunity to use GitLab for release management as well, using GitLab issues to define the topic to embed in a release, we use also Python to define the release name, and dashboard for the follow-up. So you can see here a dashboard, and we have defined some specific label that's mostly the same that you can see in Jira if you are used to it, so bug, patch, spike, story, and task. That's it for release tracking. And yes, we also take this opportunity. We started to see if we can use it for bug tracking, and we have defined also a specific board for bug tracking. We started to do some weekly meeting for bug tracking, but we finally stopped it as there were not enough people attending this meeting. We will discuss it further when I will talk about the retrospective. I go very fast on this. I already did kind of presentation last year. So is there any question about it before I go further on the retrospective, which is the main topic of this presentation? Okay, I take it for a no. Okay, so now I explained the objective of the project tracking, how it works. Let's do a retrospective of this initiative started 1 year ago. This will be mainly personal thoughts, and I've proposed a joint session. I think it will be tomorrow afternoon to talk about it further. So first, what is the status today? So today in Gitlab we have 21 epics, 164 issues, 65 have been already closed, and all of this has been created in 1 year. For the epics, they have been created by 4 people, and for the issue by 11. For the epics, there is an update every 4 months, and for issue, it's more frequent. Every month there are some updates, but not that much. It's used today for release management. And we, as I said, there was a weekly bug tracking meeting, but we stopped there. And this year we only have done one backlog meeting in 1 year. So that is the status. So let's do a retrospective and try to answer to the following question. So what worked well? What could have gone better? What question do you have, and what do we want to try next? So, what worked well? First, as I say, yes, 21 epics have been created. It's not huge, but it's good that it's not huge, because if there was too many epics, that could be complicated to follow, and maybe not useful. If you have epic that you don't do anything on it, maybe it's better not to create it. There's a lot of issue created, and what is good is that the system is now ready for use by anyone, and it can help you to highlight your work. It's not mandatory. You do if you want. For me, it's better because yes, it's enable you to highlight your work. And indeed, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, but at least today it has a minimal impact on developer and maintainer. And as I said, it's extremely beneficial for release management, even if there is some drawback also on release management. Okay, so that was the first question. So now, what could have gone better? So that's question. I don't really have full conviction on that. So that's what is mainly question. So could more epic have been created? I don't know. Could more epic have been completing also? I don't know. It's true that yes, there is no epic today on the 21 in 1 year. No one of these epics have been completing, but it may be normal because there are other activity. That will be a discussion tomorrow. Could epics have been updated more frequently? I think yes. Could more people have been involved in the question of update of epics? Also something that could have been better. And could epics information have been used more frequently to promote the Gen project? Because indeed today if you want this information, you have to go to Gitlab, you have to go to Zen Project Epics. It may be not easy. And could there have been more people at the weekly bench tracking meeting also? That's a question. But something could have gone better. Okay, so what question do you, it was question, but I have more question about that. Does this initiative fulfill its objective? So one of these objectives, as I say, was to facilitate and improve engagement between external stakeholders and the Zen community. I'm not sure that today we for this one. Provide a simple project overview use case. Yes. Is it enough? Is it? I'm not sure about that, but I think it can be improved easily. Enable the community to make well-informed decisions and prevent effort dispersion. Also, it's a thought. Maybe you think differently, but I don't think so. I don't think it covers this objective. Assist the release manager in tracking release progress and identify the potential bottleneck. I think so. I think there was no big issue on the management of the release, at least for the previous one. And I think it helps a lot. Our objective achieve with minimal impact on existing Zen developer network. So I think for this one, yes. Okay, what other questions do you have? Yeah. Does the Epic view reflect Zen project reality? Yes, it's not mandatory. And when I asked to an OpenAI, I saw that no, there are some projects that are not as Epic. Is it a problem? For me, not. It's up to you. Is it intuitive for outsider to use GitLab view on boards? Yeah. So yes, again, for me, I don't think so. We should put this information. This is information. This is a report. And we should use this information outside in a Twitter or in a website, something like that. But it's time consuming to have somebody dedicated to that. Maybe the new community manager. And as I said, there is a very low activity, especially on Epic, every 4 months. But is it normal? Is it normal or is it not? Is it because people misunderstand the benefit of using GitLab Epics? So one of the benefits is to give visibility to outside. That's for developer, maybe yes, they don't see the advantage of that. And there are limited contribution on Epic, but also, is it normal? Is it and for me, that this is probably due to other Zen activities, security, performance, stabilization of Zen. And they are less, the one we created today are less important than the activity we already have. So what could we try next? Again, that's personal thought, and we'll discuss about it tomorrow during the design session. Find a way to showcase the benefits of this to the community. Devise a strategy to involve a Epic leader in the process. So yes, to have a Epic leader. And a proposal will be to schedule two community call each month, one more dedicated on general topics, including, of course, Epic discussion, status, and maybe triage at high level. And another one more focused on technical topics like bug tracking, release, technical issue. So you will have, yes, two calls with different people. And people will say, okay, I'm not technical, but I want to know what is the overview, the status of the big project on them, and not to go too deep on the technique. Okay, and yeah, maybe permit updates and question by other than the one that's working on the Epic, and because as we have another open source, we we don't force people to use it, but yeah, maybe it could be interesting that anybody can create an epic even if it's not working on it. That's a discussion. That's an open discussion that we will have tomorrow. What else could we provide? Yes, maybe there was not enough explanation on the wiki. There is still nothing on the wiki and on the website to explain. Yes, that it should be good that you create epic, create issues. And also to have, as I said just before, yeah, epic update on the website or in the newsletter. And I make a photo. Train the other ID because I think it was quite interesting to play with ChatGPT. And even if today it's not true, but maybe we will need an iBot to summarize commit and mailing list for communication purpose. Because yes, or assigning a dedicated person should be too many time consuming. And yes, and the iBot would help doing to more quickly index epics and issue status would be useful. But yeah, that's not so easy to do. But that's an idea. I went very quickly. So that's the end of my talk, the presentation. So thanks for waiting for me. Thanks for listening. We will talk further tomorrow if you want to discuss about this proposal. But if you have any question, feel free to ask.